Hello and welcome to Let's Talk About Christianity. We're back to the fundamentals, back to the basics. Just me and Keith
Oh,
today
this is
hosting the
so
program.
basic. It can't get any more basic
I
than
mean, we're
this.
throwing it back. We're throwing it back to a year ago, Keith, is what we're doing. We're throwing it
Um,
back to a year ago.
yeah, it's been a while since it's just been me and you.
I can't remember the last time it was just me and you.
I don't know. Well, Pablo was on assignment, so it was back during the summer.
Oh, okay. It's the classic, and I'm sure some of our listeners are saying, "Thank goodness Pablo is not here. Thank
Well,
goodness he's not here."
I know, and then there will be some who are going, we really don't care if Pablo's there or not, but we want the goose. And
The goose
um,
sometimes is valued more. We
yes.
had to throw him under the bus, though. We had to throw him.
Yeah, well, it just, we're actually recording on Thursday this week, and that was my fault. I had some things going on yesterday, and honestly, I was hoping that you and Pablo would just get together and do this and get it done. That didn't sound good, did it? Just do it.
I
Just get
wish
it
I
done.
wish that
But
you and Pablo
um,
just would have just got rid of it this week. Just thrown it away. Just done
um,
something with it.
but it didn't work out yesterday, and we could not get everyone's schedules together today. Pablo, it's I don't know. We did, you go to school, he gets an education, and now he thinks he's got to have a job. I mean,
And when he has a job, he thinks that he's busy. You know what I mean?
yes, he's busy.
He thinks he has a schedule and a scheduled time he's supposed to go to work, but really, he don't have a scheduled time he's got to go to work.
Yeah, we know better because he's on Peruvian time.
That's
So,
right. That's right.
no, Pablo is working today and therefore was not able to join us. So it's just me and you, Zach. And
classic. Throwing it back.
It's classic. It is.
It's classic.
So what's going on over there?
Well, we've got a couple things coming up. We have the Thanksgiving Day dinner that we do every single year. That's coming up on Thanksgiving Day.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, when is that?
On Thanksgiving Day from 11 to 1. So if you know anybody who is in need of a meal on Thanksgiving or who that would be beneficial to, that will be at the Paintsville Church of Christ on Thanksgiving Day from 11 to 1. And all people are invited. It's a free Thanksgiving Day dinner. You'll have it served to you. You'll have places where you can eat and that we can sit down and talk with you and get to know you a little bit more. And we're excited about it. It's a really good work that we do every single year. And last year we had a lot. I think we had 70 or 80 last year. So we're promoting it the same way that we promoted it last year, and hopefully that it will grow. And then Peru's coming up in 1 week. Next Saturday.
Yeah, you're leaving in like a week.
Next Saturday we leave for Peru. We'll be gone until the next Saturday, and it'll be a good trip. We speak on Friday. I speak at 4. Stan speaks before me or after me at 3 or 5. I can't remember exactly. And then we'll be heading back home. Usually what we do is when we go into Peru, we land in Lima. We spend Sunday in Lima.
Just keep talking because I'm going to try to find the flyer here.
We spend Sunday in Lima. We'll go to worship. We'll worship in the morning at Callao with Pablo and his father. Stan's doing the Bible class and I'll do the preaching. And then we will leave afterwards and we will head on down to Ica, which is about a 4-hour drive south of Lima along the coast of the Pacific Ocean. And we will go down there. We'll be down there in time to have Sunday evening worship at Parcona with Paulino Chalco, the preacher that we support at the Paintsville Church of Christ. We'll do a sermon there, a little brief devotional invitation sort of thing. And then we'll sit and talk. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we will go and we'll do Bible classes all day long from 9 o'clock to 9 o'clock at night sometimes. Last year we had a Bible class. We walked in on a women's study. There was a women's Bible class that was occurring at a suburb outside of Parcona that was being put on by a woman who was at the Parcona congregation. And we were invited to come in and talk to the women. We were there one night till about 11:30 or 12 o'clock having Bible studies with them. And there's the flyer. This is the flyer for the Bible Conference of Latin America in Lima 2019. This will be happening.
So it says you speak at 4:15.
Yes, on the 6th.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And Stan is at 5:10.
There you can see my topic if you can read Spanish.
Yes.
There you can see it if you can read Spanish.
Yeah. So anyway, I did manage to get the sharing thing figured out finally, but
right.
Yeah.
If you can't read Spanish, my topic is the braveness of the youth to go beyond the frontier. Obviously, I'm a young preacher, so that's fitting.
Yeah.
That's fitting.
Yeah.
So Keith, what's going on in Saxton?
Just busy.
Just busy.
Yeah. I get to do something really, really cool this evening.
Okay.
It'll be a nice change, a nice diversion from the rest of the week. But a couple of our young ladies are in gymnastics, and they're having a mock meet this evening. And Stacy and I were extended an invitation to go, and so we're going to go watch them do their gymnastics this evening. I'm excited.
Keith may start taking up gymnastics. You never know.
I asked Aubrey, can I, is there like a mascot, or a theme or something? Do I need a cheese head
is there
or
an age
something?
requirement?
And she's like, no, don't wear anything, and
don't embarrass us.
But I'm like, but I'm going to cheer for you really loud. She goes, oh yeah, you can do that. And so.
And we're extending an invitation to you, but don't embarrass us.
Right. So
don't embarrass us.
Looking forward to being able to do that. And we've got we don't do a single effort at Thanksgiving like the Paintsville Church does, but we're involved in several peripheral efforts. And so next week's going to be a busy week for everybody. And I'm trying to think. I don't know. There's something else going on too. I can't remember.
Thanksgiving to me is always.
That's why I have reminders on my phone.
Right.
But yeah. So, and next week we can't put it off till Thursday. We'll have to record Tuesday.
We'll have
or Wednesday
to do it Tuesday. Yeah, probably Tuesday.
Tuesday would be good. Are you listening, Pablo? Tuesday.
Pablo. Tell us a little bit about your friend that you're wearing the St. Louis Cardinal shirt in honor of.
Well,
today.
one of our dear members did pass away last night, and he was a lifelong Cardinals fan, and so I'm wearing my Cardinal shirt today in Lewis's honor. He was a good friend of mine, and gonna miss him a lot. But he's home.
He's home.
He's home.
He is home.
And so it's you can't feel bad for him.
Nope.
But normally I don't wear a Cardinals t-shirt to the office, but
he wore a Cardinals t-shirt this morning and had gravy and biscuits. So I mean, it's a laid back day at the office.
Yes, I did go to Bo's and it's casual Thursday, but no, the biscuits and gravy is actually an every Thursday thing.
Okay. That look good. Those biscuits and gravy look legit. I mean, they look delicious.
Oh yeah. They were.
So
they were
what's the place
deal.
called that you get them from?
Bo's.
Okay. That's not Bojangles. That's different.
No, just okay. Bo's. It's actually Bo's Barbecue, and everybody in Saxton knows Bo's. But I think like half the men of the congregation go there every morning and eat breakfast.
There you go.
But I with my schedule, I don't get to go eat with them, and I just picked it up on my way in. But anyway, little shout out to Bo's there. There is no monetary considerations or, anything like
We
that.
have no budget.
No, we have no budget. Let's see, Zach, you were telling me before we began recording that you got some like Star Wars vibes going on in your house.
There's a lot of Star Wars vibes going on in my house right now. Miranda has kicked it into full gear. We never have watched the Star Wars movies through. In fact, I'll just be honest with you, I'd never even seen a Star Wars movie. And somehow I got the bright idea, let's watch Star Wars. Let's watch the series through. We'll do it together. We'll watch a movie every single night. Unbeknownst to me, I do not like Star Wars. I've watched two, and it is awful. I do not like it. I don't know what
it could have been worse. I mean, you could have committed. You could have committed to watching the Lord of the Rings series, and then found out you did not like Lord of the Rings.
Or a series of Nicholas Sparks romantic ooey-gooey chick flicks.
Well, no, I was just saying Lord of the Rings because like there's like 5 of them, and each one of them's like
there are a lot
7 or 8 hours long.
It's insane.
It's just it is. But
anyway, Miranda though is really into Star Wars. Like she's loving Star Wars. The Force is happening in our house. The Force is out of balance because I don't like Star Wars. There's a lot of things going on. We're going to get a Star Wars ornament for our Christmas tree. It's Star Wars crazy over here. So, it's I just don't like it, Keith. I just don't like it. I don't know what it is. I can't make myself like it. I like it. It's okay. I'll watch it, but it's not something that I get into. You know what I mean?
So here's something to ponder, because you mentioned the different characters that are in the Star Wars movies, and
right.
You have to admit that they have some cool imaginations.
Oh, it's like they've created their literally own galaxy. Like there's
yes, they've created their own galaxy, but they've created their own species, as well. And of course, I think that I don't know when the last Star Wars movie that I saw was, but I remember when Return of the Jedi came out, and everybody was just going nuts over the little fuzzy guys. Well, I can't remember what they're called now.
Haven't made it there yet.
They were just going nuts over those little bear-like, creatures that.
Yeah.
But what are those things called? Anyway,
I mean, I know Chewbacca is like a.
He's a Wookiee.
He's
Chewbacca is a Wookiee, but these are like miniature Wookiees. But but anyway, that actually spurned a thought in my mind.
You got some wild thoughts
concerning God's creation.
Okay.
Have you ever stopped and thought about with all the diversity of species that exist on our world that our God created, that they follow a logical order?
Yeah.
And by that I mean that all animals have a head. Well, I mean, some of them are kind of blobbish, but it's not there. There are no animals that have their eyeballs in their feet,
right,
or on their tail.
There's some funny looking ones,
and their eyes are always close to the mouth, right, and and stuff like that. And you look at some of those creatures that have been created in science fiction movies, and they'll take body parts and they'll rearrange them in illogical order. But I don't know. I got to thinking, if evolution were true, and I will always contend that it takes more faith to believe in evolution than it does to believe in God and His creative abilities. But if evolution were true, how is it that every creature evolved having their eyes, nose, mouth arranged as they are?
It's amazing to me, Keith, not just that, like that aspect of creation, but the entire aspect of creation, and the fact that, there's so many different imprints of God in the world that we live in, but sometimes we don't take the time to look around us and realize those imprints. We as humans are imprinted with the image of God. Genesis 1 verse 27, He created us in His own image. And when you think about that, it's actually pretty cool It means that we all have an imprint of God within us. We're all created by God, and we are all imprinted with the image of God. We all have the ability to see, the ability to smell, the ability to hear, the ability to speak, so on and so forth. Now, some human beings have those abilities are impaired. Their eyesight is impaired, or their hearing ability is impaired, or their speaking ability is impaired. But we all have been created in the same way, in the same manner. We are all created equal. And you look around and you think about just the beauty that surrounds us. And when you live in parts of the country like where you live and where I live, you see it every single day. When you wake up, you look out the window, you see the hills, the trees on the mountains that are changing colors. You don't see any mountains. You see flat. You see from your window, you can see 100 miles away. But here, you look around, you see the trees that are on the mountains changing colors and things of that sort. It's absolutely magnificent.
You're going to have to come over here one of these days.
I am, and just see how flat it is.
And
I just want to see how flat.
We'll go up to Benton, about 10, 15 miles north of here, and we will go up on the hill where the hills begin.
Oh, the hill, like singular hill?
Well, it's called the hill because it's the first one that you come to from the Gulf of Mexico, basically. And
it's just flat.
Yeah, and
so flat.
If you follow the Mississippi River, there's some roll, down in Mississippi and Arkansas and down in there, but and from Memphis, well, no, you got to go further south than that, but it is flat. But you come to the hill in Benton. But anyway, if you're looking back to the south from that hill on a good clear day, I mean, you can see 20 miles. It's just
exactly what I'm saying. Yeah, flat.
But what I enjoy about it is, and I'm not even sure how we got sidetracked on this, but
I don't either. But we're here.
I've been a lot of places, and I know that there are some very, very beautiful places to look at the stars. But I think Southern Missouri has always been and always will be my favorite place to do that from.
It's where it's so dark. There's no lights, like street lights and stuff like that. When you're in a city, you can't see the stars and things.
Well, and even where you live there in Eastern Kentucky, your horizon's up here.
Oh yeah.
And my horizon's down here, and and that makes a huge difference. But God's creation is just plumb amazing, and
that's my favorite quote. God's creation is just plumb amazing. That's what I'm going to put it on a T-shirt.
There you go.
It's fantastic.
Put it on a T-shirt. Maybe we can market.
That's the title of our episode. God's creation is plumb amazing. That's the title of your episode.
Okay. All right. So we've got a title for the episode.
We've got a title for the episode.
But it was pretty cool also, since we're sidetracked on this, when we were down in Nauta last year before, we had an evening where it was just brilliantly clear, which doesn't always happen on the Amazon River, but we were looking at constellations that we had never seen before because of the whole northern southern hemisphere thing.
Yeah.
And it's pretty amazing. Just plumb amazing.
It's just plumb amazing.
It's plumb amazing.
Plumb amazing.
So, after we've rambled on for the majority of the time that we have, I'll encourage you. We'll make a point out of this. I'll encourage you to get out and enjoy some of God's plumb amazing creation. And it's here. It's pouring down rain today, and when you stop and think about that, that's just pretty amazing stuff.
That's just plumb amazing right there.
It is. It's amazing. We get so desensitized to things that we see on an everyday basis. You were talking about looking at the hills and the trees and the colors and all that. I always enjoyed it over there when the leaves came off of the trees and you could see the rock formations.
Yeah.
And then when spring came and the leaves came out, I got claustrophobic because I felt like I was smothered.
Right.
But
I was talking to a guy who was from Hawaii the other day who's living here at the moment. And he's from Honolulu, who grew up in Honolulu, Hawaii. And I was saying, he was telling me, he's like, you live in a really beautiful area. I said, well, it's probably nothing in comparison to where you're from, because everybody always talks about just how beautiful Hawaii is. It's the destination that everybody wants to go to. It's a exotic destination that is just absolutely plumb beautiful. And this guy told me, he said, yeah, it's beautiful, but he said it doesn't have anything on what you got here. And I thought, I was like, maybe you've lived there for so long, you're just desensitized to its beauty. And you come here and you see the hills and things of that sort. It's different perspective.
You didn't stop and think that maybe you've lived there so long that you were desensitized to
exactly.
it. So,
and then after that, I thought, he made that comment. I'm like, maybe I'm just desensitized to the beauty that's here, that I just don't realize just how beautiful it actually is.
Well, and we do that. We get wrapped up in what's going on. We get busy, and
We do.
And this time of the year, sometimes those hills over there become a hindrance when you got to go somewhere and they're covered
Big
with
hindrance.
snow, and so you're trying to get where you're going. You're focused on what's before you, and you don't see what God has made. And we can do that with the landscape that is around us. We can do that with the family that we have. We can do that with our church family. And so I'm using this as a segue. Thanksgiving is upon us. Thanksgiving is here. I don't know if you're ready or not, but Thanksgiving is here.
I'm ready to go into a fit of coma. I'm ready. I mean, I'm ready to have the meat sweats. I'm ready. Like I'm going to eat so much on Thanksgiving, it's not even going to be funny. My clothes probably won't fit. I probably won't have any clothes to take with me to Peru, but that's okay because it's Thanksgiving and I watch football and eat turkey. Well, not really ham. That's what I eat. I don't eat turkey. Not a big turkey guy. But anyway, continue. Sorry. You got me thinking about Thanksgiving.
Miranda,
that's exactly what our listeners were doing just now. They were thinking about turkey and ham and all that stuff.
Miranda, you've got your work cut out for you.
Well, the thing is, she's not making it, so it's really not her work cut out.
Well, no, I meant dealing with you.
Well, yeah, in that aspect, yes.
Yeah, maybe Bobby's got a hand truck that she can borrow to wheel you back out to the car.
Let's go, Zach.
How is Bobby?
Bobby actually had a birthday. I think it was 3 weeks ago, and he turned 50.
Can you
49?
Say that on the air?
49. Yeah, I don't know. He's got a lot of tools. They may not. He may use some of them on and kill me.
And he's got connections in McGoffin too.
He does. He's got some connections in Magoffin County.
You might not be found. But anyway,
Thanksgiving.
Bobby, we love you, Bobby. So Thanksgiving, Zach, tell me something you are thankful for.
Something that I am thankful for. Well, there's a lot to be thankful for. And, when I think about –
bearing in mind that we're down to about 5 minutes now. But.
Okay. When I think about stuff that I'm thankful for, it may not be stuff that most people would be thankful for, but lately I've found myself in this just constant desire to learn. Like I've just had this unquenchable thirst to just learn and learn more. And I'm not talking about like schoolwork and stuff like that. I'm talking about the Bible. Like I've been absolutely in-depth study on things that I don't know a lot about. And it's constantly been quenching me, trying to push me to learn more and more and more. And so when I was thinking about things that I'm thankful for, I started to think about, I think I'm thankful for the fact that I don't know, because that gives me an opportunity to learn. The fact that I don't know things gives me an opportunity to learn about those things. But sometimes I think we get discouraged when we don't know things. And instead of letting that provoke us to have a desire within us to learn more about that subject, we just give up altogether. I'm thankful for the fact that I don't know, because then I can have a desire to learn more about what I don't know. Give us one, Keith. What's one of yours?
No, I'm still sitting here in amazement that you're thankful that you're ignorant.
Yeah.
That's plumb amazing, Zach.
Plumb amazing.
Plumb amazing. And it's a really cool thing to be thankful for, because there are so many things that we don't know, that we don't always have the desire to know.
Yep.
I am, and as I say these things, they may sound cliche, but they're not. I'm thankful for the love of God, and I'm thankful for His willingness to share that love with us and enable us to share that love with one another. And we were in and now I'm going to ramble for a second. We were in a discussion last night about the miracle of birth, and there are some who would say, and I have made this argument too, that birth is not miraculous, that birth is a natural process that God put in order, and therefore we could say that birth is providential, but whether it is truly miraculous or not. But I've changed my opinion on that, and I have concluded that it is something that is miraculous. The reason for that is that any cat, dog, rabbit, pig, chicken, whatever, can give birth.
Right.
But none of them have a soul, and that soul has to come from somewhere, and that soul comes from God, and therefore the birth of a baby, the addition to a family, however you want to put it, is something that is miraculous. And so I just asked Pablo what he was thankful for, and he sent me back three things. He said, number one, God; number two, salvation; number three, his family. And Pablo, those are all excellent things. I'm saying that like he's listening live.
Right.
But
Pablo, great job.
In all honesty, we know he's not going to listen to the episode,
Yeah.
But anyway, the second thing that I'm going to throw out is I've
got one more too.
Perpetually in amazement and thankful for Stacy. And she is my best friend, and I love her with all my heart, and I just am.
You stole where I was going, Keith.
I'm just plumb amazed.
You're just plumb amazed.
But Zach, I'm saying that after 26 years. You're going to say that about Miranda after 26 days.
Right. Yeah.
But
one of the things that I've noticed, and one of the things that I'm thankful for, like I said, I'm thankful for some unusual things, and I'm thankful for the fact of difficult times. Like I've realized that since Miranda and I have got married, marriage is difficult. Obviously, I'm 2 months into marriage, so some of you people who've been married for 50 years are thinking, "Look at this rookie. He's been married for all but 2 months, and he's realized the truth that we've known for 49 years." But
yep,
I'm thankful for difficult times, and it's because in those difficult times I had the opportunity to grow. And one of the things that I've noticed is the fact that, marriage has been difficult. We're going through difficult times as newlyweds, but we've grown more in the last 2 months than we ever did in the 8 years that we were together prior to those 2 months. And it's because we've grown closer together. We've grown closer to God. And because we've grown closer together and closer to God, we have grown as individuals. And because we have grown as individuals, we have improved as individuals. And I've seen so much improvement, not only in our relationship, but in our Christian relationship. And I'm just so thankful for tough times, because in those tough times, you can have an improvement that is absolutely plumb amazing to watch.
Grow together.
And you grow together.
Together. Yep. All right, we got to wrap this up because we are out of time. Zach, I'm so glad you were able to make it today because you had some schedule challenges too.
I do. But
Pablo,
one of my classes got canceled today too, so I'm just happy today. I'm just happy. It's a good day when class gets canceled.
Good. We got to get off of here. Thank you for listening. We hope that you are thankful, and we hope that you are plumb amazed.
We just hope you're plumb amazed.
Done. See you next week.